No. But there is a sense that we never understood how it was to be so brilliant on a golf course. We didn't get how one could be so dominant in a sport. We didn't understand how you could lose that either. You know, and we desperately, and I think this is everybody, because of the mystique and because of where it was and because of how it was lost, is to understand and to want you to come back. They want to see it, that kind of dominance. It's reflected in television ratings. They want to see it one more time. You've thought about that?
Of course, Charlie. You know, I miss being out there. I miss competing. I miss mixing up with the boys and coming down the stretch.
You like being Tiger Woods?
I like beating those guys, and that's why I practice all those hours. That's why I trained all those hours in the gym. I ran all those miles, is to be ready to take on those guys down the stretch. And do I miss it? Absolutely, 100%. And to be at my age now, at 40 years old, and to have gone through the things I've gone through, you know, physically. You know, hey, I'm the first one to admit I can't do the things I used to be able to do, but most people can't at my age versus when they were younger. I have to find different ways to go about it.
You have to find other ways to win?
Yes, I do. But because of my mindset, I'm naturally a tactician. Even when I was hitting the ball long and blowing over the top of bunkers, that was the strategy. And so I used my mind, and then eventually the method I used allowed me to master my craft.
But that's why the mind is so important. I mean, you used your mind. You learned that, you know, you learned that from your father, I assume.
Yep.
You learned mental toughness. You learned how to win. You still have that.
Oh yeah, that part hasn't
Okay.
left me.
Tiger Woods will win
I just need to get into
2 majors.
But you have to do this yourself. There's no coach, there's no psychologist can
And break Sam Steed's record.
As an individual athlete, you're actually out
2016,
there by yourself. I know Joey's with me,
2017
no one's pulling
golf
trigger,
year.
No one's bailing you out. The manager's not coming in and bringing the righty in when you're struggling.
Just like I said he would.
You're by yourself. There's no timeouts and okay, I'm not feeling very good. We'll play. You know, guy off the bench. You know, he'll come in and you know, fill your role for the night.
Sure.
You're by yourself out there, and you got to figure out a way to how to get done.
Did you like that about the game? That's part of what you liked about the game.
I like the grind of it, and I like the ownership of it. And what I really loved is, and I still love, is getting out there and figuring out a way to get it done. Just figuring out a way. Whatever you have,
of figuring out a way.
Whatever you have, trying to figure out a way, dig down deep in myself to try and find a way to get it done. And it may not be pretty, but finding a way to get it done. Because I've won golf tournaments, as you know, hitting it 4 fairways over left and right. You know, missing greens and chipping in and holing out.
And people have seen you hit putts when it was almost dark and they didn't know how you could possibly see the hole.
Well, I'm a tiger, I'm a cat. With night eyes.
But I don't want the time to go by without saying this is what you said. People don't understand that when I grew up, I was never the most talented. I was never the biggest. I was never the fastest. I certainly was never the strongest. The only thing I had was my work ethic, and that's what has gotten me this far.
Well, Charlie, you can't take that away from me. That's one thing you can't take away. You can take away...
You're prepared.
You can take away all my physical attributes, but you can't touch my mind.